Happy Friday and welcome back to my Friday financial sessions of prosperity enrichment strategies. My name is Josh Sofer and I am your prosperity enrichment strategist. In the last few weeks, we've been watching some of those videos that tell us a little bit about the things that hurt Americans the most right now. The first one, we talked about interest rates, we talked about inflation, then we talked about the market volatility, and then we talked about the most important and the one that hurts us in the pocket the most is taxes. We'll learn how taxes work, why we are hurting so much, why we cannot get ahead. And we also learn about the three options that we have to get around it. We learn about Roth IRAs, we wrote about bonds, and we learn about one product that most people are really not completely aware of is fully funded life insurance products. Now, to learn how this can be, how can life insurance actually provide these benefits, we're going to have this session today explaining why and how this works. So without further ado, here is the next session. Why and how can we do that? Enjoy.
And this is the miracle of this product. What other products will blossom? We get 2 or 3 or 4 times, or maybe more, the amount of money that you actually put in, right? So if you put the whole money in, it will be 2 or 3 times. But if you put in slowly, you might get maybe 100 times more than what you just put in, or 1,000 times more than what you put in, because it's a life insurance program. Now, there is one caveat. If you are very wealthy, you might pay taxes on the estate level, right? But any other way, it's all tax-free. All right, so let's explain this product a little bit into that, and why this is really happening, why the government allows this. Well, let's look at the answer. The answer for that is in the Internal Revenue Code sections and tax laws. Well, there's 3 tax laws that we follow. The first one is 101A. It basically tells you that death benefits are paid to the beneficiaries tax-free or income tax-free, right? Because it's not a winner in a lottery. It's a protection that you put in for your family. So the death benefits of a life insurance will pay your beneficiaries tax-free. Now, Rule 72E allows growth inside a policy, exactly like a Roth IRA, or because it's not used for, it's not an investment, it's a life insurance policy, and it grows in income tax-free, grows tax-free. And the rule of 7702, which actually gives you access to the to your account tax-free through loans and withdrawal, right? So let's take a look why actually this works, okay? Now, the government allows this thing to happen because of what we like to call the X curve of personal responsibility. Our government is not there to support us and be a welfare government. We are not in a welfare society or country, all right? So we believe that if you are young, you have to take care of your family, right? You have to go to work, you have to provide for your family. Now, when you're older, you need to take care of your future. You need to be able to provide for yourself and make sure that you can live happily ever after, right? So there's two laws. There's the law of decreasing responsibility, meaning when you're young, you have a lot of responsibilities. You're building your home, you're building your family, you're investing, you raising kids, you're buying stuff. But when you're older, all this stuff should be much more or less gone, right? Your kids are grown, your house is paid off, so your responsibilities are actually much, much lower. On the other hand, there's a law of building wealth. When you're young, you're broke. You don't have any money, right? So you have a high responsibilities, very little money. You're still starting your career. You start making more and more wealth, accumulating wealth. And when you're older, you should have a lot of wealth. So when you're young, you're financially insecure. And when you're older, you should be financially secured. Now, what happens if you die too soon? Right? What happens if you die when you're younger? For that purpose, the government says if you take care of yourself and you get yourself insurance and you protect yourself so we don't have to take care of your family, we will put this in the tax code. You protected yourself, you protected your family, you will get this income tax free. Now, when you're older, right, you need to have what? You need to have investment. You need to have money that you can live off. So if you don't fall on the government's lap because you're broke and you have nothing to live off and you're asking for welfare, the government said, if you plan for your retirement, we will allow this money to grow income tax deferred, right? So this explained why the government is interested in allowing these codes that I just mentioned. Now, three things will happen to you. Three things will happen to you. Now, you might live, you might die, or you get sick or disabled, right? Those three things can happen to you in your life. So if you live, right, and you live a long life and you're happy, but you run out of money, where do you go? You run to the government to say help, right? Now, if the government comes to your help and welfare and needs to pay you, now they have to raise taxes, right? Because they need more money to support people who don't have money. Now, what happens if you die, right? And your family runs out of money, right? Then they run to the government. Now they run to the government and the government says, well, we have to support this family. They don't have any money and they have to raise taxes. Well, we talked a little bit about taxes. We know how taxes affect us, right? Well, what happens if you just get sick and disabled? You don't die, right? But you're just sick. You're incapacitated. Well, then you run out of money. It's very expensive, right? You go run to the government, says, help, all right? You said help, and then now the government says, okay, we need to support our people. We're going to raise more taxes. So either the government can raise taxes, lower interest rates, or they can print more money, right? They need to support their people, right? So now what happens if they lower interest rates or print more money? We know that interest rates, they go down, people borrow more, we print more money, we spend more money. What happens? Inflation goes up, right? And this is a no-no, right? So we understand that we have a product that is called LIRP, Life Insurance Risk Planning, right? Index Universal Life. And we take care of the risk. So we go to an insurance company and we say, we like to insure ourselves, okay, and make sure that if we die too soon, we have long-term care protection, living death benefit, like terminal illness, etc., okay? And we have two buckets, one if we die and one if we get sick, all right? And those are income tax-free death benefits, all right? Obviously, if we die, but there's death coverage, income replacement, mortgage. You can use all of this money that comes from a death benefit from the death benefit or the living benefit, the long-term care. But what happens if you don't die too soon and you live a long life? Well, then we have this cash value. If you live long, you have saving for short and long-term savings, right? And we have, again, two different buckets. We have a fixed bucket and an index bucket. Remember the indexing that we talked about, which gives you tax-deferred growth. That's IRS code 72E, that allows you to have your money, tax advantage loans, and principal and gain locked and reset. Now, this is what I call the Swiss Army knife of protection. Let's take a look at the short video.
A great example of one of the tools we use to help our clients is Indexed Universal Life Insurance, also known as IUL. Though no one product can meet all the needs of every client, The IUL is a multifaceted tool with the heavy lifting potential to meet many of our clients' needs. It's for this reason we like to think of it as the Swiss Army knife of financial strategies. Here are 4 of its core features. The first feature is life insurance protection, which can enable you to leave a tax-free inheritance to your heirs. Indexed universal life insurance is not a security, and indexed universal life insurance policies are not an investment in the stock market or in the indexes. Indexed account interest is based in part on indexed performance. Then, you have the prospect of growing your money with zero market risk. Your account value can grow with the market up to a certain level, or cap, which can be as high as 12 to 15%. This allows you to capture the upside potential of the market and apply the Rule of 72 concept to your money. However, unlike many other financial vehicles which expose your money to the market's downside, the zero market risk feature of the IUL, called a floor, shields you from all market losses. Let's see what it might look like to have the market's upside potential working for you, while a floor protects your money from its downside. Here's a hypothetical scenario in which the market continues up 10% one year and down 10% the next for 10 years. Without a floor, and due to the impact of losses, your account would experience a slow but steady decline, making it impossible to grow your money. But with the IUL's floor in place, you're protected against the impact of market losses, and your ability to take advantage of the market's gains allows you to lock in growth over time. What a difference the zero market risk of the IUL can make! With a floor in place and the market's upside locked in, you now have the opportunity to grow your money and create your own income stream for retirement. Since an IUL is funded with after-tax money, like the smart farmer who paid taxes on the seeds, you're able to enjoy your harvest tax-free. Together, you have 3 strategies in place to help you escape market risk, grow your money, create a tax-free income stream in retirement, and leave a significant legacy for your heirs. So what could derail the future you've worked so hard to create and protect? This is where the 4th benefit comes in. The IUL doesn't only benefit your family when you're not around, it can protect them from the emotional and financial burdens of long-term care. Doesn't it seem like almost everyone has experienced the emotional and financial devastation of a long-term care situation? The statistics back this up. 7 out of 10 Americans will need long-term care. Sadly, only 22% have planned for it. That's unfortunate because long-term care can be very expensive. The average annual cost of nursing home care could reach $226,000 in long-term care expenses. That's more than the median cost of a house. Think about this. How would your income, finances, and lifestyle you worked so hard for be affected if you unexpectedly had to pay off your mortgage in 2.5 years? The extra cost of the long-term care feature of an IUL can help protect against this kind of threat. With such a wide range of benefits working together to help you build your financial future, the Swiss Army knife of financial strategies is a fitting term. And this is just one of the powerful financial tools we use to fulfill our mission to educate our clients and help them build the future of their dreams.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed this session of the Swiss Army Knife of Financial Services. You'll be surprised how many people in the financial service industry don't even know how this product works and why it does it. Now, you know probably more than a lot of people do. Now, in the next session, we're going to actually go a little deeper into how to structure properly a fully funded life insurance contract. Now, for more information, you can go to my website at www.howmoneyworks.com/Josh Sofer, spelled with a double F. You can also order the book, How Money Works. Stop being a sucker. Just pay for the shipping and we'll ship it right away to your home. You can set up an appointment and we can talk about some of these issues or answer any questions you might have. Thanks again for watching. We really appreciate your watching and we would like to see you again next time. If you know anybody who needs to know anything about it, please forward them this video. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.